sponsors the DPC's Collaboration and Cooperation Award for two reasons. First, because digital preservation is a nearly universal concern for archives and for our members. And second, because we recognize that both innovative thinking and successful implementation of digital preservation projects are things we do best together. Collaboration and cooperation are central to preserving the world's digital archives, and this award puts that aspect of our work in the forefront. The Award for Collaboration and Cooperation celebrates significant collaboration across institutional, professional, and geographical boundaries, which had a demonstrable and positive impact on digital preservation. The finalists this year are totally different from each other, and they illustrate the wide variety of types of cooperation that are possible in this field. Both projects had collaboration at their heart and could not have achieved the results they did without it.
Kickstart Cymru has the overarching aim of increasing digital capacity in Wales. Led by the National Library of Wales, it builds on the fantastic work which has already been achieved in Wales through collaboration across the country, as exemplified by the National Digital Preservation Policy for Wales and the Archivematica workflow, which enables the preservation of content by partners in the Archives and Records Council Wales. Kickstart Cymru extends the reach of digital preservation by engaging with a wider audience and responding to specific digital preservation issues. It is a multi-stranded initiative which involves archivists, researchers, consultants, IT professionals and students, and which engages with colleagues in the local education and cultural sectors. Although the overarching aim was to increase digital capacity in Wales, the aim of the initiative was to respond to specific needs that had been identified in Wales. Responding to these needs formed the four strands of Kickstart Cymru. The first strand are the local authority archivists, who identified the need for ensuring long-term preservation and access to records held online of business systems which had a much shorter life than the records. The need was addressed through the Welsh Vital Digital Information Project, which was funded by the Welsh Government and led by Glamorgan Archives. The second strand was to extend knowledge and skills across the cultural sector. Taking advantage of the Teams platform, the Saving the Bits programme was delivered by staff in the National Library of Wales, and the 6 sessions were attended by over 100 people within the library, archive, museum and academic and other public sectors. The sessions provided strategic and practical information, with PowerPoint presentations and videos being used to demonstrate workflows for those using Archivematica and for those without it. The sessions were interactive, with the chat function being used to raise issues and to respond. The resources are available on the Archive's website for all to view and use. The third strand followed from an issue identified by the Saving the Bits programme. The sessions had advocated for a standalone system to enable robust digital acquisition with hardware and software to ensure the integrity of externally generated data. Welsh Government provided a grant for the startup bundles for all Welsh local authorities, which include the components to establish standalone workstations and workflows for preserving digital content. The fourth strand stemmed from the need of the National Library of Wales to ensure that its processes for acquiring born digital material from external sources were reliable and robust. The library worked with students at Aberystwyth University to test the documentation and workflows and gain some very useful feedback, with the students gaining hands-on experience and knowledge. Kickstart Cymru delivered its overall aim of enhancing digital capacity in Wales in strategic and practical ways. It deserves to win the award for collaboration and cooperation, for advocating for digital preservation and extending its reach by engaging with a wide audience and responding to specific digital preservation issues.
Data is immensely complicated. Digital preservation involves a series of activities necessary to ensure continued access to research data for as long as necessary while keeping its intellectual control. There is not enough emphasis on the long-term curation and stewardship of data. That means ensuring that data is interoperable and reusable over very long timescales in a sustainable manner. Archiver is a unique initiative that spent 3 years designing, prototyping and piloting innovative services for the long-term digital preservation of scientific datasets. Archiver is what we called a pre-commercial procurement, and it is an example of this innovation instruments to do in partnership between the public and the private sector. R&D was performed competitively by commercial suppliers over 3 phases, resulting in the selection of 2 consortia providing pilot services for scientific data archiving and preservation. This R&D work was driven by the needs of a diverse range of stakeholders including CERN, which operates the Large Hadron Collider, DESI, the Deutsches Elektroninsynchrotron, EMBL-EBI, the European Bioinformatics Institute, PIC, Port de Informatio Scientifica, all contributing high-value datasets to the EOSC.
We need a common platform, which Archiver provides. This common platform will allow users to link up with other interesting data sources, organizations that follow the same FAIR data guiding principles as we do at ECMWF. It will have a special focus on interoperability, which I believe is actually key for the development of new and exciting cloud services for research in Europe, but also particular with data from ECMWF.
The work accomplished in Archiver is a game changer for the approach taken to long-term research data management, with respect to what data do, what researchers retain, how to keep intellectual control of it, and what data stewards organizations must do to ensure long-term value can be realized from it.
But what makes the Archiver project really special is that it's raised the awareness of long-term digital preservation, and it's enabled us to accelerate solutions to the marketplace, and it's opened the door for archiving to be able to provide our solutions to the European scientific community.
This is making us and my colleagues, all of us, feel part of something larger. And yeah, we are working for something larger. We are doing something remarkable.